All right, welcome back. Today in this video, we are going to be looking at construction engineering. So we are literally at the last topic as you're studying for your civil FE exam. And so in this section, we're going to start with project administration. And as we go through the different many topics, I guess you can call them, we're going to end with interpretation of engineering drawings. So let's go ahead and look at and dive into our practice problems. So number one says, what is the primary purpose of a request for information in construction project management? All right, so we can start out with what are we given? I would say that's not applicable to this. There's no variables in this. What are we trying to find? The purpose we're looking for. The purpose of an RFI, which stands for request for information. All right, any formulas needed? No. All right, so going through the answer choices, initiating a change order. And I also want to point out that we don't need any formulas, but you do need some prior knowledge. And so that's why I'm going through this, so that if they ask you a question on it, then you'll know what to do. Okay, so initiating change orders, I would say no. When you're initiating a change order, you're doing exactly what you're saying. So you're changing something about an order that you've made. So for example, you may be ordering a set of pipes and you're just adding on to that. So instead of ordering 1,000, you may say, I need actually 1,500, right? So change order is not going to be the case. Seeking clarification and additional information. That sounds good. I'm requesting information, seeking more information about an item or material for the project. C is establishing project milestones. So when you're requesting for information, you're not establishing a milestone. So no. Are you allocating project resources? No again. So I want to give you an example of what maybe, answer is going to be B. But I want to give you an example of like what a request for information would look like. So I used to do these when I worked for this construction company, and I would literally be having to get these or request information for a specific type of pipe that the state required whenever you're renovating in an area or changing up the landscape, right? They were basically removing old pipes. And so we were going in and putting in new pipes. So there was a company, right? So let's do blue for this. So basically there's a company that we ordered from. So they had, I'll just draw a circle of a pipe. And then it was us, all right? And we would ask for a specific type of pipe, and we would kind of shoot that over to them. And then what they would come around and do is they would send us, a pipe. So they would send an email with pipe information. And from there, then we would come around and say, wait a minute, the information that you sent us didn't include the pipe material. So then we'll send them another email and we'll do a request for information, saying that, hey, does it have a specific material? And it's kind of this going back and forth between the company who's selling, the products. So you couldn't see what I was writing, but it's kind of like we're going back and forth between companies and information, and basically we just want to make sure we have all the information so we can share that with the state. So that's a little extra background that you probably didn't need, but I wanted to put it in, I guess, real life perspective. All right. So number 1 says, which of the following is a primary purpose of personal protective equipment, PPE, in construction? So what are we given? Well, we're given nothing. We're not given any variables. What are we trying to find? Well, we're trying to find the purpose of PPE, or personal protective equipment. Okay. Any formulas needed? No. Just prior knowledge, right? All right. So A says enhancing worker comfort during work hours. No. Personal protective equipment is exactly what it sounds like. It's sort of this equipment or things that you wear or put on for your safety. And so it's not really necessarily for comfort. All right, so increasing job efficiency through automation. No, it's nothing dealing with automation here. Safeguarding worker health and preventing injuries. Yes, you may have to put on like certain types of hooks to hook your cell phone. If you're working high up as a construction worker, you may have to latch on to something. It may include that you wear like a hard hat or safety goggles, because a bunch of dust and dirt is like field, or it gets on the construction site, and so you don't want to be out there and can't see and get hurt on the job site. So and then D is facilitating communication among construction teams. So no, doesn't have anything to do with facilitating communication. So answer is C. I hope that you're enjoying this video. I just wanted to drop in and say, if you're looking to pass your Civil FE exam within the next 90 days, then you definitely want to check out the course that I've created. The video that you're currently watching gives you just a glimpse of what is in the course, and I have made it test taker proof. And what that means is no matter if you've been out of school for a while or you just have trouble with some of the engineering concepts, if you study this material that is in the course, it will help you to pass within the next 90 days. There are also full practice exams. Yes, 110 question practice exams, along with review guides and study schedule templates to help you pass. And these are resources that I have created for you.
So if you want to check out any of those, just head down in the description box below and check them out now. Now, to stay up to date on any new videos that I drop, whether it is more practice problems like in this video, or if you want advice and some extra tips to help you pass your Civil FE exam, you're gonna wanna make sure that you hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications so that you know exactly when I post.
All right, so welcome back to the construction engineering section of the Civil FE exam review. In this video, we're going to be looking at project controls. And so I want to go ahead and dive into the practice problems. All right, so number 1 says, an activity node schedule is shown below with task and activity durations in days identified below. Okay, the duration of the critical path in days is most nearly what? All right, so let's first start with our couple of step series where we go through the information that we're given. So we're given the day duration of each task. Okay, and we want to find the critical path. All right, are there any formulas that we need? No. So if we go to critical path method, we go to construction. All right, so apparently I don't know how to, I guess my search isn't working. So, but I'm pulling up all this to show you that the construction section of this, it does not tell you what the formula is for CPM. So some of this information is interesting, but for like CPM, as you can see, CPM precedence, it doesn't really tell you what that is. So what is the critical path method, right? Or the critical path? Well, the critical path is just say prior knowledge. So we need prior knowledge. So the critical path, CP, is the longest path that the project can take. All right, according to these durations, right? So I know these numbers are a little bit small to see, but we're gonna go ahead and get our critical path. So on each one of them, we're just gonna choose a route, right? So at task A, you start at task A, right? So the next, once we get to task B, which one would we choose, task B or task C? Well, the longest path would be, I would be choosing to go to 4. All right. So CP is equal to the duration. So we got 6 days so far. And then the next longest path, our longest duration is 4 days. And then what would be the next path? All right, well, we can only choose one. And that's going to be 5 days. So, and then The next path is already chosen for us as well, with that being 4 days. And then we end up at H, which is 2. Oops. Plus 2. All right, so what do we get for our total? Well, for your total, you should get 21 days. Or B. So number 1 says a construction project involves excavating a foundation for a house. The foundation dimensions are 40 feet by 60 feet, and the excavation depth is 5 feet. If the cost of excavation is $2 per cubic yard, calculate the total cost of excavation. So let's break this down. What information are we given? Well, we're given some dimensions. Dimensions of the excavation. All right. Specifically, looks like a length, a width, and a height. Or a length, a width, and a depth. All right. What else are we given? We're given the cost of, let's try that again. Don't know how to spell. All right, so we're given the cost of excavation as well. All right, what are we trying to find? We're trying to find the actual cost of the total excavation. And it's key to note here that the cost of excavation, that's per cubic yard. Right. So are there any formulas that we need? Well, I'm just thinking through this, right? Thinking logically through this. If I have dimensions and I know that the foundation has dimensions, if I find my volume, that will give me in cubic feet. And then if I can convert that to cubic yards, then I'll have my total cubic yards, and then I can from there use the price to get my total cost. So let's walk through that step by step. All right, because I just logically went through that, but we have, let's just look at the volume of the foundation. All right, so that's equal to length times width times the depth, which is equal to 40 feet times 60 feet, and then all multiplied by my 5 feet in depth. And when I do that, I get 12,000 cubic feet. Okay. All right. So now I know that I need to, I have a cost, right? And my cost is $2 per cubic yard. So I need to get this in cubic yards. So what is my conversion for yards to feet, right? And this is something that you need to know off top. So that's going to be 1 yard is equal to your 3 feet. So just say 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. All right, so if we have, let's change the colors up here. So if we have 12,000 feet cubed, and we need to get this in 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. Okay, so 1 yard is equal to 3 feet, but we need to cube, as you're doing unit conversions, right? You cube everything to get it in feet cubed. So we're gonna cube bottom, cube the top, and that's gonna give us 444.44 yards cubed. Okay. And from there, some ugly handwriting. From there, now we know that we have 444 yards cubed. And I know that the cost of excavation is $2 per yard cubed, right? So we just want in the cost. So we're multiplying it. So that unit conversions, our yards cube cancel, all right? And so we're left with 888.88, and that's dollars, all right? So our answer is, in fact, going to be C. So number 1 says, which type of drawing would the following most likely be? So typically we go through, our given, find, and formulas needed. For this, we're given an image. We need to find what the image is. And there's no formulas needed. It's just a picture. So basically, this is a prior knowledge type of question. So just going through the list, would this be structural? Looks as if it has some tabs on the image. Like A, as you can see, it's kind of small. Maybe if I zoom in, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. But yeah, you got A. So then you can see that if you zoom in even more, it looks like it's trying to show some sections of different structures and beams. So I would say yes to structural. Is it a site plan? No, I'm not seeing any highways, any landscaping, so no. But no. Piping, no, don't see any piping. In a schematic, like that's more electrical. So for this, no. So our answer in this case will be A. Let's look at another one. I don't know if you can see the answer. Yeah. Let's look at number 2. All right. Number 2 says, which type of drawing would the following most likely be, right? We're doing interpretation of engineering drawings. So just for this one, I'm seeing some landscaping. I'm seeing a house, kind of a layout type situation. So for this one, I'm given an image again, trying to find what it is. And formulas needed? No, it's not applicable. All right, so is it structural? No. Like I said, it's a lot of landscaping going on. Is it electrical? No, it is not. So no to electrical. Is it piping? No, it's a site plan. So typically on a site plan, you see trees, you see where your building is going to be placed, you see driveways. I love creating site plans. As I worked in the field, designing on CAD, this type of stuff was pretty fun for me. So definitely know what this looks like, and it's a site plan.
I hope that you're enjoying this video. I just wanted to drop in and say, if you're looking to pass your Civil FE exam within the next 90 days, then you definitely want to check out the course that I've created. The video that you're currently watching gives you just a glimpse of what is in the course, and I have made it test taker proof. And what that means is no matter if you've been out of school for a while or you just have trouble with some of the engineering concepts, if you study this material that is in the course, it will help you to pass within the next 90 days. There are also full practice exams. Yes, 110 question practice exams, along with review guides and study schedule templates to help you pass. And these are resources that I have created for you. So if you want to check out any of those, just head down in the description box below and check them out now. Now, to stay up to date on any new videos that I drop, whether it is more practice problems like in this video, or if you want advice and some extra tips to help you pass your Civil FE exam, you're gonna wanna make sure that you hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications so that you know exactly when I post. And if you wanna check out the next video, you can here.